Hello, and welcome back to yet another evening of Inktober. Today the theme is murky, and for the randomised challenge, of which I come up with everyone the day prior, as you probably will have seen already, we're going to be taking animals and removing specific parts of them based on a randomizer. So it could be the leg, the head, the mouth, the eyes, whatever. And what's going to be revealed here is that these are essentially just husks. There's no organs or anything inside, they are literally just hollow entities of husks, almost like ghosts, but missing parts of their body. And these things are going to lurk in murky environments, so fog and sort of muddied lakes and things like that. I've actually got a diverse variety of animals and types of them as well, so like mammals, avian, sea creatures, stuff like that. I think we've got about 5 or 6 of them, and yeah, we'll just jump right in. If you guys got any questions, then let me know, and positivity is always good, so yeah. Here real quick, I can see everything that's happening. By the way, thanks for the follows recently as well, it's been wonderful.
Listen to your favorite songs, albums, and artists non-stop.
Sorry about the ads, I haven't got premium.
With Spotify Premium, you can download and take your music on the go and listen to
Just
music without hearing ads. Try it for free for 2 months. Tap the banner to learn more.
There's more to Spotify than meets the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify, with over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere. Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify, turn views into fans, and monetize your passion.
I think we're going to start with the bird. I think this is one of those like really fat birds from Star Wars. I'm going to slightly make them a bit more eerie as well, to be fair. Like even in their naturalistic forms. And we'll add elements of colour later. Right, I think the way we're going to tackle this is first by creating like a form. So we're going to sort of put some lines in here like this to expedite the fact that it is basically going downwards, but there's a bit of a curve. Because this is where the head would usually be, obviously. What we're going to do is just basically repeat that a couple times over, and then create a bit of thicker
There's more to Spotify
thing
than meets
here.
the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify, with over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere. Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify, turn views into fans, and monetize your passion.
Want to spice up your listening? Smart Shuffle can weave in song recommendations for your playlists when you join Spotify Premium. Or start a jam, where you can invite your friends to create and add to shared playlists.
This will be a
or
slightly
unlimited
quicker one
skips
compared
on
to the others,
repeats.
but
Tap the banner to learn more.
I don't know how I'm going to do style as well. I think that they should get better as they go on. That's usually what happens with these types of things. Essentially, I want to create the idea that this bird's head is missing. And then maybe we can do like a portion of the body here, which has been like cut out or something as well. I think we'll do the others in colours other than black as well too. Just add a bit of variation. Right, we've established a bit of a premise there. Essentially, missing body parts from different creatures. Ooh, hello. I'm good. Fuck's sake. Yes, the puns are back. Good. Yes. Yeah, but it's yeah. Puns are back. Good, good. Yeah, essentially what we're doing is taking randomized parts out of animals and just either replacing them with like weird objects and stuff, or other bits. So first try, what we're going to do here now is actually go ahead and add the hidden element of all of this, which is essentially just adding random shapes with some sort of insignia inside them. Create like an unnerving imagery sort of thing. that kind of stuff, basically. Like weird shapes mixed with... See, the pun master has returned. But yes, thank you very much. Right, we're going to try do a bit of a different creature now. We're going to do something called... a Namanka. Now I've never actually seen like the concept of this thing. It's basically like a dwarf chameleon, but they're really fat. I think I'm gonna try do them. I don't know if it's gonna rock it. This whole thing's going to be a bit murky as well. So what I'd like to start doing is actually adding the fog sort of round them. Like they're a bit shrouded in kind of... Gotta be careful with fog and mist though when it comes to shading, because it's one of those tricky ones. To make sure it doesn't look too much like a snake or something.
Just straight talk and support. Visit kent.gov.uk/drugs and alcohol to get information on drug and alcohol support. That's kent.gov.uk/drugs and alcohol.
There's more to Spotify than meets the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify.
But I think I've grasped this quite well. To be honest, I don't draw a lot of fog and mist and stuff. I probably should do it a bit more, but yeah, I think this works really well. And then what we'll do is have this thing sort of like standing in a puddle.
Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify. Turn views into fans and monetize your passion.
Bit of shadow there. Maybe a couple of raindrops. Get a really like murky atmosphere. That's what I'm trying to do. It's just endless, isn't it? Relentless. I honestly believe you've got an infinite bank of puns. And I don't want to do it with the raindrops though, that's the only thing, because I don't know about... What I might do is add like a bit more of a cloud layer here. Make it a bit more like wispy with the fog and stuff. I think I might just stick with 2 animals for this one actually, rather than going too far over the top. Mainly because I need to get some sleep, and also I think we've done quite well with this first one, so the second one should be slightly better. But yeah, I think that works as like foggy bits. We had some more like lines defining this stuff. Again, don't want to make it like too overcomplicated, but I think it's clear enough. We had a bit more of a floor to this place. Maybe like the odd rock here and there. Yeah, I'd say that works. Where do you come up with this? Yeah, I mean it's a genius, but yeah, my brain doesn't work in comedic value. Again, like I will come out with. It's mostly dirty things. Well, not dirty, but like lewd. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've just dropped another pencil. Right, we'll get those in a minute, because I want to make some like smudge effects with like a scrubby tool. It's just a constant flow of energy in it. Right, I think I was gonna do a deer as the second animal, but the thing is the prompt for tomorrow is deer, so I might combine a monkey and a snake with a robber fly, but like have the where the attachments would be have like gaps between them. I can show you the tool if I can actually find it. It is here somewhere. Give me a sec. It's one of these things. Basically, I can just go over the page a bit. We'll do it now. Just to show an example of like how much I want to do with this. I honestly think you should try stand-up. Maybe prop comedy? I don't know. Your choice, but yeah, you're flying out with these. Now, this won't make much sense in the first little bit what we're doing here, but what we can do now is take this thing and basically just smudge these into the environment a bit and sort of create like a misty effect with the pencil. Also add sort of like a hashy effect, giving some sort of like roughness to the texture of everything. There we go, cool. It's not really showing up on cam properly. You kind of see it sort of looping around this way. Yeah, it's there's so many ways to use this. If you get it like really dirty, you can actually make like if you hold it down the page, you can go like that. You know, it makes like these really weird like sort of ribbons, but they sort of fade in and out of view, so they're like half invisible. It's kind of fun. I need to get a charger real quick because right, the light's going to turn off for a second as well. There we go. That's much better. Where the fuck did I put the white? Just a bit of technical difficulties right now. It'll be all fixed in a second. Fixed in a jiffy, don't worry. There we go, and then that goes up here, and then we can just connect this into you guys. It's a little...
There's more to Spotify than meets the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify.
There we go, found it. Yay!
300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere. Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify.
Oh,
Turn views
almost
into
smashed my
fans
phone. That
and
would have been
monetize
bad.
your passion.
Just like I'm smashing this drawing. God damn it, it's fucking... I just feel so like out of place when I try to intentionally make puns as well. It just doesn't like feel right in my bones. Halloween pun. Intended. Because like skeletons and stuff. Right, we're gonna try, yeah, like I said, we're gonna try combine a monkey, a snake and a fly, I think. Just need to get like the base kind of environment down. Maybe a bit of grass here and there. Just a bit of shade to these stones. Break up the environment a bit, let's make it less boring. A couple more grassy bits here and there. Couple of smaller stones, maybe on the ground down here. Maybe there's like a broken log or something, sort of in the foregrounds, just here like that. Maybe we're in the scene of like a riverbed or something, and then this is where all the water can be. There we go. Right, and now we can actually draw our creature. I don't know what so Gelada, Milk Snake and Namaqua. Gelada, Milk Snake, Namaqua and Robberfly. Just call it the Merkin or something like that. I don't know. I'll explain to like the words of these. Or it could just be the Merkin could be like the collective group name for like these types of creatures, but maybe the actual creature's name could be the quality. So there we go, little name up the top. I like writing in like sort of runey text, it's very fun. I actually know how to write in runes. I've got a little sheet here I made about 2-3 years ago, basically detailing how to write in How to Train Your Dragon runes, because I'm still quite obsessed with the movie. But yeah, it's basically Nordic runes of a certain time period, but I know how to write in them fluently, which is really, really fun. And I've essentially written a diary, which is in the runes, which only I can read, or other people knowing the runes can read. Have I considered an art book story or such a thing? Right. My D&D character is somewhat a bit like that. One of the others I've created recently, they can kind of bring things alive off the page. I have considered doing art books, and I used to write quite a lot, like proper narrative good stuff. I still do, but I've never really considered like doing a full book and publishing. I mean, I could if I really committed to or wanted to, but the amount of like planning and stuff that goes into something like that is kind of mad. But I get very, not technical, but I get very descriptive when it comes to writing, and yeah, it's fun, I must admit. It's like coming up with lyrics for a song. I kind of just walk around my room or like ponder in the moment. I could be anywhere and just, you know what, that actually sounds really good, or like this is like that, or I'll see something and compare it to what the book might be about. It's maybe trading out some lawsuits there. I don't know, book of mystery. Like I said, I'd actually create a book for, I've actually said this time, I made a book for Inktober last year, because I basically took the themes of it and just turned them into dragons, but made like a full-on book by colouring everything in digital. I didn't actually get to make it into like an actual book release, I just released the pages as a separate thing, but I've got it as like a made book on digital, but never like printed off. I mean, I could technically do that because I have the means to make an actual book now. I know how to like sew the pages together, so I could just hand make a copy of the digital one that I made before. It's called the Isle of Ankh-Threas, which is essentially Isle of the Fallen in Lota, which, as I explained a couple streams ago, I have like a CCU, which is like a universe building sort of thing, and within that there's like these two omnipotent beings, like high above, like the one above all in Marvel, or the presence in DC, or like the high up in basically every universe that's ever been like conceived. They have a language called Lota, and this actually comes into the writing of it as well. I've been writing lore for this universe, as well as like planning books and stories. I've even started doing a little comic thing on the side that I haven't posted yet, because it's still in the works of stuff. I've started doing animations for it, but basically Lota is language of the ancients, basically the first letter of each of the words, and it's, the way to explain it is basically you talk gibberish while thinking about what you want to say, and then when you're saying the stuff, it comes across as what you're thinking. And it's also why I like naming stuff just random shit as well. Like, it could be a combination of names of things, or actual words exist with other bits thrown in there. So the hammer we're making in uni right now, I've named the Bane of Anorak, and an Anorak in British slang is essentially a person who's like obsessed with a certain thing. And so this hammer has like vampiric qualities, is obsessive of finding a user and makes the user obsessive of finding it. So I do sometimes tie names into actual reality, but also like sometimes just come out with random words that sound like they're real or mean something, like Entreas. Yeah, I have considered, like I said, doing stuff. The comic isn't like anywhere near ready to do. I could make a webtoon or something, but uni work and stuff and all this on the side and everything like that. I'd have to do it realistically in the January of 2026, or coming December time, because we've got a bit of time off for Christmas for uni and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's all definitely a possibility. And no. I know it's great. I love the input, and obviously, I will take note of all of this. But yeah, I'm just kind of a bit preoccupied with stuff right now. And again, I want to set up commissions. I want to release books. I want to write narratives for stuff. I want to do animations and things like that. The biggest problem I have is just balancing everything out with like work and uni and other work and my other work and the other work that I do. So basically I have 3 jobs. On top of that, I also do bid modelling, and then I also have uni as well as this. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but as you can see, we're finding time to do it now, and we're not pissing anyone off by waking them up. So yeah. A gaming world setting. I mean, I'm doing games course at uni. Like, we're doing games art and design and stuff, so I technically could create a whole world. Do you mean like create a game where all of these creatures exist and all the ones that I have created exist? Because I technically have done that, just not fully fledged as a game. Oh, D&D 5, D&D 5th edition. I'm not a dungeon master. I need to find someone who is. I think they have D&D games at uni that we can go in and play on Wednesdays and Fridays, so I might hit that up at some point. I'm also going to Comic-Con, so I might be able to play D&D there. I don't know. Apparently being a dungeon master, from what I've heard, is a lot of hard work as well. There's a lot to read. It's sort of like start this running. I'm actually going to like completely skip out the eye part with this thing. And actually maybe extend the hair a bit to give it a bit more like ghostly aspect. (1980s) good. Wow. I mean, commendable, definitely. Congrats. I don't really know what to say. That's wicked, though. That's a long old time. I bet you've had lots of fun creating settings and stuff with D&D. I mean, I've only ever played once myself at a con. I've never really played for like a full campaign. That is not the right passcode. I would like to do it at some point. And again, they have it at uni on Wednesdays and Fridays, so we could do a thing at uni. I don't know. I might be able to stream it. It depends. Oh. What, like with other people, or is it like generated stuff?
Prime Video brings the best in entertainment. The gripping prequel, The Terminal List Dark Wolf, has arrived, included with Prime.
I'm not gonna apologize for what I did.
London's calling in the first season of The Real Housewives of London. Watch by subscribing to Hey You. What's happened to the caviar? Whatever you're into, it's right here.
Kind of expanding on the monkey a bit, like making it a bit more monstrous than it is actually in the picture. It's always quite fun.
Drug and alcohol
Like
use can be a
really
tricky
making the
topic to talk
jaw
about.
longer than it should be.
Taking that first step to get support is often hard, but we're here to help you. No lectures, no judgment, just straight talk and support. Visit kent.gov.uk/drugs and alcohol to get information on drug and alcohol support. That's kent.gov.uk/drugs and alcohol.
Hehehehe. Pizza mozzarella with Vorpal, really sharp. Pepperoni. Oh, so like a living Anthro pizza person that can like. Oh, that's. I've conceptualized something a bit like that, except it's basically just road signs, and they can essentially like apply road signs to their chest to change their like biology and shape. So if they put like an 80 speed sign on their chest, they can run at 80 miles per hour. If they like use a stop sign in combat, it will literally stop the person sort of mid-air, and they can basically just walk over and like slice them in half. I've actually got my book, so I can get my. I always love a bit of distraction. I have my sketchbook somewhere. I'll get it real quick. It has the actual thing in it. Give me a sec. Can't remember. I put it now. I'll be back in a minute. I found it. Little sketchbook. Spaceballs. Oh yeah. Basically a rip off of Star Wars, but yeah, it's not by Wes Anderson, but it's shot in that sort of style where you can see the scenes changing and they go behind the scenes. It's kind of breaking the fourth wall and stuff. Yeah, and the lightsabers are very suggestive. And they've got like the weird dog creature and the flying caravan. Stupidity, but yeah, okay. We're gonna try and find this road sign thing that I drew. Little copper golem dude there. Haha! Yeah, Spaceballs is a good movie, to be fair. This is it here, look. So I actually made like a road sign creature, and I can read from the stuff. They're called omen because like signs and stuff like that. The power of the Schwartz. Omen is an amalgamation of roadwork signs, roadworks and sentience signs using reality warping powers via the use behind the meaning of signs in combat against their enemies, as well as to imbue themselves and companions. They can even flip signs to cause reverse effects. However, they can't create their own signs, but only use ones that already exist, so their power is limited in some ways, meaning that they essentially just have to wait for more people to make signs, but the signs that they make, like that they grab, they have to like physically pick up from somewhere. They can't duplicate them, so basically they'll just be like a bar somewhere with a missing sign, or like a missing road sign somewhere. The signs that they use can also become like literal weapons. I didn't actually add that detail, but that could be like a cool, yeah. I guess since they don't have like an actual mouth, they could technically just use sign language. That is a good idea, actually. Huh. But yeah, they can use stuff like spears or shurikens or throwing stars. They can even use stuff like shields. They can also shift their shape to more animalistic forms or more like a structure for disguise stuff, and depending on how much, like if they're in like a dump or something, they can only use like signs and specifically roadworks type things. But if they're in like a dump or a garbage yard or something like that, they could basically assemble things to their body to create a much larger form or duplicates of themselves, only for like a limited amount of time, because while they are sentient and they are quite powerful, it kind of drains their energy a bit. I haven't actually seen Ring. I don't know what that is. I'll have to give that a look. I can give it a look now, actually. I've got a bit of time. Also, a little caricature I did of like a Highland cow just there. Little cute one. Yeah, I can look at, what was it? Terry Pratchett's Ringworld. Who? Did not write. The Ringworld series is Larry Niven. Well, you've introduced me to a new niche that I'm gonna like completely get stuck into and probably draw a lot of inspiration from for my uni art. How did I not know this existed? Oh, this is like the turtle from It that the whole thing balances on, or like the there's like Asian kind of beliefs that the world is on like an elephant's back as well.
Listen to your favorite songs, albums, and artists non-stop, even when you're offline. With Spotify Premium, you can download.
Well, I found a new reading source. Thank you very much.
Without hearing ads.
And yeah, like I said, I'm going to draw a lot of inspiration for this for my uni work now, I guess, as well. I might even draw some of this type of stuff for Inktober too. Oh, but this looks wicked.
There's more to Spotify Spotify than meets the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify, with over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast.
Yes, it's like the
With
circle
seamless
with the
switching
world on its
between
back.
watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere. Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify. Turn views into fans. And
There's a
monetize your
turtle
passion.
with elephants on its back which hold up the world. Kind of reminds me of Atlas and Greek mythology, but like animalistic, I guess. Also, flat Earth theorem too. It does look like an interesting read, so I will. I've actually got. There's a library down near us, and they've got some pretty cool books, so I might see if they have this. If not, I'm gonna order it off Amazon because this seriously does look like a good read. And again, something to read while I'm doing a games course, obviously as well. Sort of. I get it now that you've explained it. Oh wait, see, there's different books. There's multiple different books. So there's Discworld, and then you've got other Discworld. From the Discworld. There's a whole load of different things. You know what this kind of reminds me of? I have the original I have one of the original copies of The Wizard of Oz. And it yeah, I have an original copy of The Wizard of Oz, and the art style in that it is very similar to this. It also kind of reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle in certain ways, which I really do like quite a lot. No, go on. How the why did they kill them and take their shoes? So that yeah. Sometimes long-winded and drawn-out jokes are better, to be fair. In this case, yeah. Go on then. Maybe we can actually, like, make part of this creature, like, the murkiness as well. So we've got the monkey face. What we need to do now is kind of vaunt onto the different creatures. So the snake, I think I might do as the main body and then have like chameleon arms coming out of it. I get a lot of this type humor from my dad as well. I don't know, what's the fucking... There's a book about a tree, but it like goes up beyond the sky limit, and like every day it changes place. Sometimes it's where everything has like hot chocolate and coffee pouring out of the taps. But it's like the magic tree of some. It's a storybook, but it basically has like 5 different stories in the same book, of different days of like what's above the tree line. I can't remember what the book's called, and it kind of also reminds me of the sort of humor that's, I guess, you're getting at. Yes, monkeying around. I thought it said Monkey King for a second. It's my dyslexia kicking in. How that might have ADHD. I get it tested at some point. Definitely on the spectrum. Pretty sure I'm dyslexic and also have dyspraxia. So, well on, yeah. Maybe we can even like add a bit of and then now we can add the snake bit. So a bit different to the rest of it. This bit's going to be kind of very smooth compared to what we've been doing, obviously, quite a lot recently. It's very kind of you know what this feels like? Salvador Dali type stuff. I love surrealist artworks, and I guess that's just what it's kind of diving into.
That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify, with over 300,000 video shows and 300
I
million
love
users
surrealist
already
themes in
watching their
games
favorite
as well.
podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere. Got a show of your own? Upload your video to Spotify, turn views into fans, and monetize your passion.
Salvador Dali and Ren Magritte,
Premium, you get to focus on
two of my
music,
favourite
explore a vast
surrealist
catalogue
artists.
of millions of songs without hearing ads, or download your playlists to listen to them anywhere. You can also play your favourite songs in any order, with the freedom to skip forward and backward as much as you like. Your audio, your control. Tap the banner to learn more.
We can add a bit of like disjunction between the parts of this snake. There we go. Right, that's the snake body done. I think that's pretty wicked. It's very kind of like eerily off-put as well. The Naga is like a monkey snake. I fought a sphinx in a game today. That was fun. Let's do a bunch of riddles. Yeah, so I'm enjoying your humour. Human head with snake body. Is that just like... Is it like a in Minotaur situation where it's like a human head and torso? Or is it literally just a snake with a human head? Because that would be super creepy. I guess either way it would look super creepy. Nagas are serpent-like beings, humanoid faces, ancient magnet requires every Naga serves as the caretaker of a specific location. Naga go mad if location guards destroyed. So they're like cursed beings bound to a plane or location that essentially ties them to their own conscious existence. That's kind of mad. Again, this all of this stuff you're feeding me, it just makes me want to look more into D&D and like all the universes and stuff. It all sounds like amazingly interesting. And that's the other thing I love about artists and art and all of it is that you get so much inspiration from each other. Even smaller artists or bigger artists get inspiration from each other, which is so like it's exponentially fun, is what I'm trying to say. I think rather than doing this thing with scales, what we're going to try to do here is kind of just like lines overlaying each other, which creates this sort of sense of scales in a way that, in a really sort of oldie-timey print kind of a way. There we go. Basically just go off here, and then what we can do is put a little circle at the end of here like this, with a triangle going through it, except this triangle is going to be slightly off, like that. Response in the 5th edition level up system by EN Publishing, which is present in UK. Oh, wicked! So you have like your own little thing going on. Do you have like a? With your campaigns? Do you post, or like do you film stuff, or is it just more for like fun purposes and things like that? Because if you like film stuff and everything, I love watching D&D happen in real time, or like? Oh, you don't feel you guys. Okay, that's fine. And again, it is your choice, so yeah. But I guess as long as you're having fun and making up like some really cool situations and selling some stuff, but yeah. I don't know if I want to kind of maybe add like a hole here or something. Like that. I think I remember the form of the page a bit here, because the way that I've made this book as well is by
A BetterHelp ad. Lewis Capaldi partnered with BetterHelp to share how therapy helped him. I have neglected to look after myself in the past, both mentally and physically, and I have made promises to myself that I haven't kept. I think for me, it's accepting that I'm always going to have this stuff there. It's about how I respond, the steps I take to remain at like base level. Learn more about online therapy and save 10% at betterhelp.com/Spotify Music.
Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury is now better than ever, and you can join for free. We've just completed a major refurb with brand new equipment and fresh studios to create a motivating, vibrant space to train. Sign up now with no joining fee and get 50% off your first 2 months. Hurry though, offer ends soon. So search Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury now. Boost your lifestyle with no joining fee and 50% off your first 2 months at Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury.
I think we might change up the style a bit here. Maybe start going horizontally instead. Add a bit of shading and really express our sort of dragonistic drawing styles. I think this thing looks really cool so far as well. That's nice. I mean, good for you, yeah, it's good to see friends and stuff. I'm sure they meet up with mine every now and then. Obviously everybody's working and has got a uni and everything, but yeah. I find time for stuff, basically, as we're doing here. One way or another. Okay, I think that is done for the map part. I'm just gonna have like wings and stuff now. Right, that's that for the most part done. Now we just need to add our fog. And smog. There we go. And I think that is pretty much done. Death in the Discord is humorous. Oh, death is like a... Are they like a concept of death? An interpretation? Or like a literal thing? Because there's a lot of different, like... So there's the Grim Reaper, there's the Death Wolf from Piss and Boots. But the difference with the Deathspawn... Yeah, so like a literal being. So they are literally death, not the embodiment of it. They are literally death itself. Okay. I think this one actually looks better without colour, which is why I'm going to leave it. I might just a little square up here actually. And as always, a nice use of negative space. It kind of fills in the gaps, like your imagination sort of imagine what's there, like in the background, like what environment this is. I guess the murky prompt kind of helps with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all done. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this, and then we're going to leave it there for today.
Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury is now better than ever, and you can join for free. We've just completed a major
I need an
refurb,
actual...
brand new equipment and fresh studios.
Let's try this with a pen.
Motivating, vibrant space to train. Sign up now with no joining fee and get 50% off your first 2 months. Hurry though, offer ends soon. So search Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury now. Boost your lifestyle with no joining fee and 50% off your first 2 months at Lifestyle Fitness Canterbury.
Introducing Stronger With You Parfum, the distinctive new masculine fragrance. An intense, head-turning fragrance with an addictive leathery vanilla captured in a deep ambery statement bottom. Up to 24-hour intense projection
But yeah, I think for now, unfortunately, that is where we're going to have to leave it. I see you later. Yeah. I don't know if they... Can they, like, touch people? Or do they have to wait for people? I guess you have already explained they have to wait for people. But can they, like, cause events that make people die? Or, like, in a certain way, tweak stuff so that a bunch of people die so that they can not be so bored anymore? Can they, like, alter reality in bits? Or are they kind of powerless and more of just a force of nature that serves a purpose under some sort of higher power? I honestly think that's gone really well. I love the monkey face and like how the snake is sort of separated. This again is very sort of surrealist compared to what I usually do. I might just add a tiniest bit of colour just in here. There you go. Cool. Oh yes, okay, so he can't do anything about it, he just has to... How wicked. But yeah, I'll definitely give... I'm literally going to probably order the Discworld book in the morning tomorrow. I've got it saved on a thing, so I won't forget. But yeah, it looks like a genuinely really interesting conceptualized universe. So yeah, and again, it might be massive inspiration for not only Uniwork, but my own world-building projects. And yeah, this has been wonderful. I'll be back tomorrow for day 5, obviously, of Inktober, around the same time in the evening. Going into the next day's morning. But I think technically, as I started on the day before, it is still technically that day's thing. Almost Socials linked up here. It's got the previous Inktober's on it, as well as a bunch of other stuff from stream and outside of stream and from YouTube and from previous stuff and some uni work. Speaking of which, YouTube's is also linked over here, which is where the VODs go up, as well as the time lapses for this kind of stuff. And also my ArtStation links here as well, which is where I've got a couple bits, like I said, from uni. But apart from that, I hope you have a good one. And yeah, have a good night, morning, half day, noon, wherever you are in the world. Everyone's welcome here, as always. And one last thing, goodbye.